In this video, I'm going to be talking about the similarities and differences between Dr. Fuhrman's Eat to Live diet and Dr. McDougall's Starch Solution diet. So I've already made a video talking about each diet, and I'll leave it in the description. If you haven't watched those yet, please watch them first because you'll need to understand what each doctor recommends. And in this video, I'm going to compare the two diets, talk about how they're similar, how they're different, and then my general thoughts on the two. So for people transitioning to a whole foods vegan diet, these are two excellent choices for diet plans that you might choose to follow. And I have tried both of them, which is why I find this topic very interesting, comparing these two, so that's why I wanted to make this video. And I wanted to say that I respect both of these doctors so much. They have both transformed my life and the way that I eat, and I'm so grateful for them. Yeah, we'll just get into the video. So like I said, make sure you watch my two previous videos, Dr. Fuhrman's Nutritarian diet and then Dr. McDougall's Starch Solution. So if I look over here, it's because I have notes written down. The starch solution, you're centering your plate around starches and non-starchy vegetables. And Dr. Fuhrman's diet, you center your plate around low-calorie, high-nutrient foods. How are these two diets similar? One, they both recommend eating a diet rich in whole plant foods. Number two, they recommend eating a lot of non-starchy vegetables. Number three, they recommend eating cooked and raw vegetables. Number four, they recommend you take a B12 supplement. Number five, they both recommend that you limit your intake of dried fruits. Number six, they both tell you not to consume vegetable oil. Number seven, they both say it is okay to be hungry. If you're in a situation where you can't access healthy food, they'll tell you to delay your gratification. How are these two diets different? So the main difference, like I said, the starch solution, the foundation is starch, like potatoes, rice, quinoa, and the Nutritarian diet, the foundation is high nutrient, low calorie vegetables, like greens and other vegetables. In the starch solution, no animal products are allowed. In the Nutritarian diet, you can have some animal products, but no more than 6 ounces per week. In the starch solution, you're allowed 3 servings of fruit per day. And the Nutritarian diet, you can have unlimited fruit. In the starch solution, you can have nuts only on special occasions, and in the Nutritarian diet, you should eat nuts and seeds every day. In the starch solution, Dr. McDougall allows you to put salt on your food. Nutritarian, no salt. In the starch solution, you are allowed to use sweeteners such as brown sugar and maple syrup. In the Nutritarian diet, you use dried fruit as your sweetener. You would use those in baking, in salad dressings, like dates and raisins. The starch solution allows for a little bit more processed foods such as pretzels, popcorn, pasta. The Nutritarian diet doesn't allow very many processed foods at all. One that comes to mind would be maybe like a bean pasta you could have. In the starch solution, Dr. McDougall recommends eating small meals frequently. And in the Nutritarian diet, Dr. Fuhrman recommends eating 2 to 3 large meals, no snacking. Starch solution allows for unlimited grains. Nutritarian diet, only 1 to 2 servings of grains per day. The starch solution allows for more white or processed starches. Dr. McDougall doesn't recommend that should be your first choice. He'd rather you do that than eat meat and dairy. and Dr. Fuhrman is exclusively whole grains, intact. In the starch solution, you should eat maximum 1 cup of beans per day. The Nutritarian diet, you can eat unlimited amounts of beans. Dr. McDougall doesn't advocate for any calorie restriction at all, and Dr. Fuhrman advocates for some caloric restriction. So in the Nutritarian diet, you are eating a lot larger volume of food compared to the starch solution, but your calorie density is a lot lower. And Dr. Fuhrman says that slight calorie restriction is linked to longevity. Like, you should only eat till you're 80% full, and it's okay to go to bed slightly hungry, but you won't feel hungry because you've eaten so many nutrients. So just watch my previous video if that sounds a bit confusing. Dr. McDougall doesn't recommend taking any supplements other than B12, and Dr. Fuhrman recommends taking a vitamin D3 if you're not getting adequate access to sunshine, and he also recommends DHA EPA for your healthy fats. I would just do research on that, and if you are concerned about your levels of vitamins, just go and get checked from the doctor. Another difference is Dr. Fuhrman is a little less strict on coffee. They both don't advocate drinking coffee, but Fuhrman says that you can have 1 cup a day. Dr. McDougall says no cups. Okay, so that might sound like the two diets have a lot of differences, but if you think about the big picture, they don't really. Like, those are just really minor details for anybody who's interested in comparing the two. I just wanted to say my final thoughts on the two diets. So I think that Dr. McDougall's diet is definitely easier for people who are transitioning to a vegan diet. A lot of his recipes are the vegan version of like your favorites. Shepherd's pie, lasagna, lots of pasta, lots of comfort foods. I also think Dr. McDougall's diet is cheaper than Fuhrman's. Rice, potatoes, beans, those are the cheapest foods and they are going to last in your cupboard. Whereas with Dr. Fuhrman's diet, you need to buy a lot more produce and more perishable items. So you're going to the grocery store more often. And another thing is I think McDougall is probably easier in restaurants because you're allowed to eat like more bread and pasta and wraps and potatoes and rice. Whereas with Fuhrman, your only option might be like a salad or something like that. But they do both allow tofu, so that's, I don't know, that's something to consider too. And with the Nutritarian plan, it does require a little bit more prep work and organization in the kitchen, but if you get in the flow of it and you just like dedicate a Sunday to, I'm gonna make my big batch of soup or stew and I'm gonna pre-make some salad and some salad dressings, then as long as you're organized, you'll be fine. But with the starch solution, you can just throw like beans and rice in your Instant Pot and you don't really have to do a lot of work. So personally, having eaten both of these ways, I feel best eating more of a Nutritarian diet. It is just the best feeling eating really nutrient rich meals all day long. You have like an abundance of energy. You sleep really well. I just find I have a really good mood when I eat this way. And I also find my digestion to be a little bit better eating this way. Maybe that's just me, I don't know. So just for anyone who's interested, Dr. McDougall's book really got me eating whole plant foods. It really helped me eat a healthier vegan diet. So I'm super grateful and I still use his recipes all the time. But once I learned about Dr. Fuhrman, I realized the importance of eating high nutrient foods like lots of greens, eating your huge salad every day, and I think that's just makes such a huge difference in your health. And I just really like how Dr. Fuhrman recommends looking at food in terms of micronutrient density rather than macronutrients and calories. So in summary, I think that if you choose one or the other, you are going to be extremely healthy and you're gonna live a long, happy life eating either of these ways. Whatever works best for you, I think they're both really good options. And of course, there's other ways to eat vegan. You could eat a raw vegan diet, but I just find that these two are my favorites and they're both really similar. So I think that you're good going with either one. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. There's going to be more videos to come. Bye.